Hi, Warriors. Thanksgiving week. Are you thankful? What are you thankful about? When I left you last week, I said a major test was going to come in the Dixie around 103 and a half. Here we are, testing the 200-day and testing the 50 week. I showed both of these charts. So there's your weekly. Look at that green line. So here's my narrative. Last week I said I would take a few days for the dust to settle, and it did. So here's my view. I think this could hold for a short-term rally, which would create a selling opportunity in the dollar because I feel eventually we are going to take this out, but we could rally maybe to 5.5 first, because once we take this out, we're back at par. Okay, and that'll just be the first wave down. If this is wave three, and this was one, like I said, equality eventually could take it to, mid 90s. So this is a big trade setting up. Um, we definitely, I think we're going to have a lot of trouble um, negating that ugly candle. Everything changed on the CPI. The 109 count for a sale went out the window. And Gant said, if you don't learn how to change your mind, you won't have any change left. So if we hold in here and rally back towards 105, 105 and a half, that's a sell in my opinion. That could create buying opportunities. We almost got to 61.8 in euro, and buying opportunities halfway back if we get trade 950, be 107.50 or so around this high. Cable as well looks like a pullback could happen, maybe as deep as 2.5. That's something I'd keep an eye on for long entries there. I believe that the Aussie is going to outperform the others, and my wait for 62.20 is over. So I'll start looking at Aussie at 64. I'll kind of judge it based upon the Dixie being at major resistance, and I'll look across the board for what's demonstrating the most relative strength, and those will become, excuse me, my preferred longs. So that's a dollar. And, if you get the dollar right, you get everything else right. So if we're going to have a big wave to the downside in the dollar, this pullback in gold, which I did say could happen, is underway. Talked about it a few weeks ago. We turned last week with a failing rally, and I'm looking for a pullback towards 1905, worst case 1880, to set up just a little 1, 2, 3 back down towards a fib retracement of this big $200 move. And if it turns into the money wave, it could be 1.618 of this, which would be 320, which is going to give you a target over 2200. Same scenario in the silver, looking to buy pullbacks around the 2280 level. Maybe you could see it a little better on shorter term. And once we take out that 24 level, that's a major breakout. Um, anyway, so, looking for pullbacks in this zone to buy it. And what's going to be interesting is, a lot of the gold shares really didn't perform. But the one that I talked about with you guys for months, saying it wasn't making new lows with the rest of them, had a great week last week. So here it is, Fortuna. Breakout week. So I'm looking to buy pullbacks back towards $3. And then you look at other golds and silver, and they don't look like that. And you could end up having some marginal new lows. Here's Newmont, which doesn't look great. I don't know if it's going to hold, but we've had 2 drives. If gold breaks another $80, maybe we get down there. B2 gold Maybe we're putting in higher highs here, but I thought we might get one more sell-off. Here's AG in the falling wedge. By the pullbacks here, maybe we don't get down to 440. Maybe we just pull back to 480. So this is going to be, I think, generational low in miners that even the gold bugs are sick of them. There may be some tax selling to take advantage of because, anyone who's been long for a year, any of these, they're not making money unless they got long last week, right? Unless they got long, well, in October. But for the most part, the year was almost a disaster for miners. And, the miners have been my key to keep me out of, even help me catch some reactions in the gold and silver market. But I think this is going to be the last bus stop. So uh, if you know people that are interested, pass this video on. Don't have them contact me or anything, but just make them aware. So this is the call or the trade that I've been talking about for a few years, and here it is. So use this pullback in gold towards those levels to judge your timing for a buy in the miners. So, we're down 14 today, but this line comes in at 1907. It's a few bucks under 50%. And maybe we're just going to spike it down here over the next week or so. I'd be careful with risk. Anyway, pass this on to people that are, that you talk to in the markets, that are in the gold markets, and trying to understand the miners. And I think this is going to be the, time the next wave up in gold and silver, the miners will participate. I'd be careful with risk right now. Just a quick one. I never expected the market to trade to 4,500 from a bad close down here. I mean, look at the speed of this. But I do want to note that it's at 78.6 here. And strange things happen during holiday markets. Really tread lightly. Markets thin out, and I was talking to Carly Garner, and she said, there's always a rogue market somewhere trying to ruin everyone's holiday. So, it's okay if you just wait for next year to implement some of these strategies, basically looking to be short dollars and long metals, um, long mining stocks, and I'm sure the market's not going to completely run away from you. So just something to consider. I have an interview with Professor Ong, MBA. He's got a lot of followers. It'll be tomorrow, I believe, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So tune in for that. Good luck. Remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Share this because I think it's going to be an important inflection point for people that have been waiting for these moves in metals for a long time, frustrated by the market being turned back time after time. I think that things changed last week. And if you don't learn how to change your mind, you won't have any change left. Good hunting and have a great Thanksgiving. Adios.